Hello and welcome. Our main topic for this section is migration. I will be starting by creating a new branch, a model, controller, and of course the migration table. If you feel comfortable with and you don't want to see this section, please before you go, press that like button so that Google algorithm won't punish my video harshly. Thank you so much. Enjoy. Okay, let's start by starting our local web server. I'm using Laravel with Nginx. Start all. Type your password if you have one. Okay, let's visit the local web domain that we created in the previous video. Okay, this is the fresh install with Laravel. We haven't done anything yet. Okay, the web server is working fine. I'm gonna just start by copying my notes to section 01. So I have already created my notes, so I'm gonna just go ahead and copy them to respective folder. Okay, I just paste my notes here and I will make a necessary modification as we go if there is any errors or anything I did before. Okay, so I'll just open the file. This is a markdown file. As you can see, we start by creating a new branch. Type git checkout -b section. I name it 0101. Basically just like a section 1 and then the subsection is 1 2. Type git branch, then you'll see we are in the master branch now. When we first to create a branch, as you can see, it's automatically switched to the branch that we just created. Okay, after creating a branch, we need to create a model. You can use PHP artisan, make model, and then I will store them in the models directory, and I will start by creating the category model. And then -m just create the migration for it, so I don't have to go create a file for it. So it's gonna just give me a boilerplate for the category tables. As you can see, it's automatically created the categories table. Now, this is just a little explanation of what it does. You can use -- migration if you want to be explicit. -m gives you the idea. Okay, next we will create the controller. Basically PHP artisan make controller, and then I will store them in the API and folder, and then categories, and then the name of the controller is going to be categories controller. Just note that the models are singular and the controllers are plural, so that's something you keep in mind. It's not 100% necessary, but it's just the convention how Laravel works, and I think most MVC framework works. So. Okay, let's check on our model. Model is created under the model directory. I'll open the commander terminal just in case I need it. Okay, let's just use commander to create the controller. You use -- API, it will remove the methods that are not used by the API, okay, such as create or edit. Okay, let's just copy the migrations. As you can see, we have the categories table. It has a name and a description, and then of course timestamps, and I added soft delays for later, so I don't have to go and cover it on its own. So you can read about soft deletes and what does it mean. Okay, first I need to install an extension. I've been using this one for a while. I think it gives me what I want. It's called IntelliFont, not IntelliSense. so it's helped me for like importing, automatic imports, and it's pretty cool. Okay, it doesn't reload automatically, just restart VS Code. Okay, just add the PHP Pad to config or set in file for VS Code. Just get PHP Pad so you can add it to. If you want to get PHP Pad, just type which PHP and this will give you the full PHP Pad that you're using. And then make sure to change to backslashes. Then I'll just change the forward slash to double backward slashes and save. And let's now see if it's working. Okay, yeah, okay. Basically, we will be using the user table for both teacher and student, so we don't really have separate table for students and separate table for teachers. You made it this far. Thank you for watching. Please consider liking this video right now. Okay, so now we will be creating the course table. As you can see, it will have a name, description, and then status of the course, whether it's published or unpublished. And then it's going to have a teacher ID, which means belongs to. The course is going to be belonging to a teacher, and then it's going to have an image. It's going to have enrolled, basically the number of how many students will be enrolled in this course. I set it to 0. When the students enroll, it will add 1 to it. Okay. And of course, the teacher ID is going to reference the user ID on the user tables. Okay. Okay, I'm going to just copy and paste this to the courses table. Okay, let's do the same thing. We create section model, and then we create section controller, and then we copy and paste the code for the table. Okay, as you can see, this section will have a course ID, which means it belongs to a course, and it has a name and description. And anything has it belongs to. If it has like course ID, it belongs to a course. If it has user ID, it belongs to a user. That's something to keep in mind. Okay, let's do the same thing for transactions. We create a model for transactions, and then we create the controller. As you can see, transaction is going to have two foreign keys, course ID and student ID, which means a student will have authorization Okay, let's do the same thing for students. So the students model, it's gonna just extend user. Then we did the same thing for teacher. As you can see, I'm not creating any students or teacher table. They are not gonna have their own table. Gonna be using the users table. So that way, you know, you don't have to have like people sign up as a teacher, you have one account you can use for anything you want to offer in your website. And this is the user table. It's gonna have an admin, which later on it's gonna basically have full access to anything on the website. and then by default when a person sign up, he's not an admin, gonna be set to false. I think pretty much that's it. We just need to copy the admin and then the soft delete. We're not really changing much in the user table. So we can resolve many-to-many relationship using a pivot table. The pivot tables are used to link or rotate around certain tables. So we're gonna create category course table. Notice that the convention is starts with the singular and the alphabet order, like category and then courses. As you can see, it has two foreign keys, a category ID and a course ID, which means it's gonna have, if you click, like let's see, on categories, and then it's gonna bring all the courses in that certain category. Something like that, just to keep in mind. It's not gonna have an ID field. Basically, it's gonna just have the two foreign keys. That's it. I'll just copy this line and use it to import all the soft delete. Okay, I'll just copy it throughout the models as I have. If I need something later on, I will go back and remove it. Okay, now we just need to commit the changes that we have done. You can get the status of what you have done, basically what files been modified or added. Well, that's it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.